They have to do the thing.
Do the thing with the thing.
The views and opinions expressed within the video content found on the Indie Comics Network are those of the speakers and do not necessarily reflect the views or positions of the Indie Comics Network or Raging 2 Promotion.
Hey everybody, it's Ficus with Jones and Medina and Schoettle. It's Thursday Nite Throwdown. It's time for Spawnuary! Ah!
You sounded like a Muppet.
Everybody get out your pencils and pens. We're going to take a shot in the dark.
More like shot in the cavern.
Shot in the cavern. Shot in the black hole. All right, folks, if you haven't heard, if you've been under a rock for the last 48 hours, then you don't know that we're going to... This is Spawnuary. McFarlane has decided to promote Spawn even more. So he's given 4 lucky people 4 variant covers for each week of the month of January. And we're all throwing our hats in the ring. Not Vic and I, because we don't have a hat. It's just Chucky and Vic, or Chucky and Richard with the hats. I don't have a hat within reach, so I'm screwed. So here we are. We're here. Let's go around and everybody can say, hey. Richard, let's start with you.
Hey.
Hey. Chucky.
How you doing?
And Vic.
Hey, everybody.
Yeah.
Oh, Chucky, you got to do that face when we expose ourselves.
Oh, my girlfriend would love that.
Yes, she would. Nita's in the house. What's up, Nita? Nerds. Well, you know. All right. It's time to turn the cameras around.
Hey, I got to ask a question.
Oh, wait.
The little disclaimer that we always play at the beginning, is that actually Nita saying that?
Yes.
Yeah.
Wow, that must have been before the gummies.
Maybe it was while she was on the gummies.
She says that very well. I mean, it's very soft spoken.
Yeah,
well done.
there's no Cajun in there at all. Is
No, there isn't. That's why I'm saying the gummies didn't kick in. All right. She's probably going to kick me off now.
All right, here we go. You know what? My camera's not even set up. Don't you?
Yeah, what are you doing?
I don't know.
Slacker.
I've done said that. I don't know what I'm doing. We all know this.
Oh, the colors are looking great in that thing.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, that's looking sweet.
Very cool. All right. Wow.
Right, you should have to go to the post office tomorrow.
I got to go to the post office tomorrow, guys.
Oh.
So there you go.
Hey, don't forget to go to the post office.
I won't. I'll go to the post office. And I'll
Send a reminder.
say hi to all the old folks and smell the Brill cream, and it'll be great. It'll be fun. Tell them all you said hi.
Yeah, I'm sure you know how long they take to kick in.
Yeah, gummies take 30 to 45 minutes to kick in.
Not mine.
Of course, it depends on how much you take.
It depends on how much what?
How much you take.
Well, that's right. They never kick in, and I can't take more, and then all of a sudden they kick in, and I got way too much in me, and I can't stop giggling. and then I'm just pissed off, and it's not enjoyable at all.
It's very stressful.
How can you be pissed off because you're giggling?
Because I can't stop.
I, on the other hand, think it's hilarious.
What's everybody been doing? You're supposed to talk while you draw.
I know. I was getting ready.
Some of us can't multitask.
Huh?
So what's everybody up to? What's everybody watching? What's everybody thinking about? What's everybody dreaming about? What's
Well, you don't want to know what I've been dreaming about.
World with rainbows and puppy dogs.
Yeah, we'll say that was their names.
Yeah.
I think what I watched the other day that was kind of weird.
What'd you say?
There was a horror movie that I watched that was odd. I think one was The Phone or something like that.
You're like really breaking up and muffled.
That's probably because my kid is on his fucking PlayStation.
Oh,
I don't know.
get
So
him.
my internet's probably cracking down.
Get him. All right.
How was everybody's break? Like the Christmas break?
It was good.
Yeah, it's all right. No complaints. Most of it was relatively warm weather, so that was good.
Yeah, I think we're supposed to be getting like snow this weekend.
Yeah, I don't even. Ugh,
A whole inch and a half.
that's an inch too much.
That's what she said.
More than that would scare a woman. Oh, sorry. Like Kids in the Hall flashback.
Oh, that's what it was. I watched that Thanksgiving horror movie.
Oh yeah, how was that?
Horrible.
Horrible.
Oh
Was
my
it
god,
horror?
horrible. Yeah,
What is it? A horror?
It was just odd, man. It was really weird.
But the one with the,
Then I'll-
killing them with all like the Thanksgiving stuff or something like that.
Yeah. And then, I mean, it was. I watched that one and I watched The Jester. The Jester was even worse. So Thanksgiving was not as bad as that one, but
Well, we started watching a new season of Fargo, and that's really good. John Hamm's in it. And we started watching The Old Man, which is Jeff Bridges and John Lithgow.
oh yeah.
That is really good. We'd heard about it. It's been on, the service for a while, but I thought it was the next episode of Fargo playing, and because you know how when you're caught up on the current episodes, it just takes you to something similar. And Tina's like, "No, it's called The Old Man." I was like, "No, I think this is the next episode of Fargo." She goes, "Okay." So we sat there and watched it until the logo popped up, The Old Man. I was like, you know what? You were right. But it's really cool. He's a old CIA operative, and his past has come back to haunt him, and he's trying to make sense of it all and all the shit that he did in Afghanistan when back in the 80s when we were fighting, or the Afghans were fighting the Russians instead of us fighting the Afghans. It's been a hoot. Really good acting. So if you're into that sort of thing, if you like the oh shit, what was the one with John Krasinski?
Picture?
Yeah. Jack Ryan.
Jack Ryan,
Yeah.
Oh, speaking of which, I finally got to watch the episodes of Reacher.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
That dude's awesome.
Yeah. We watched the latest episode last night. Pretty sweet.
Is that on That's on Amazon Prime, right?
Yeah.
I need to watch that. I keep hearing a lot of good things about it.
Oh, dude, he's funnier. He beats the crap out of people, and it's a funny beat the crap out of people.
And he beats the crap out of them so bad that you feel it.
Oh,
You're like, oh.
It's one of those things.
Yeah, it's really cool. So Lost Hope Entertainment says, "What's up, guys? Matthew Page is in the house. This is awesome talents, all of you. Timothy Fling is in the house. What's up, cool kids? Some of my favorite
Oh, hey,
in here tonight.
hey, Adam.
In the house.
What's up, Tim?
What's up, Sean? And Lee Reese says, "What's up,
Adam?
dude? All those spawns are looking sweet. Going to draw along my gunslinger spawn submission tonight." Hey, and there's Aurelius. How are you doing, Aurelius? All right.
Got a lot of people in.
Nice.
Yeah, that'll work. 21 people.
Evening nerds. Yeah, we know it. We love it.
Tim's in the house. Andre's in the house. What's up, Andre? The Arctic North is tuned in. No, I don't think you are. There's plenty of people not playing. Plenty of people.
I still say my favorite thing the Reacher does is kick in the front of the cars
Yeah.
and launching the
Somebody
airbags.
sets off the airbags.
Oh my god, that's hilarious.
That was awesome. Yeah, that guy, that actor, he was in The Wire. He's been in a bunch of shit. He's actually really good in it too. This is probably his best performance.
There's I heard like some rumors because Stephen Wynn had to drop out of the Thunderbolts, and he was gonna be playing. So there's like rumors that he's going to be replacing him, and I was like, that's a perfect choice right there.
He's going to replace who?
Stephen Wynn as the Marvel's version of Superman. I forget what he's called.
Supreme? Yeah.
Is it Supreme?
Yeah.
No, Supreme is an image.
No,
yeah, is
you're
it
right.
Supreme? Rob Liefeld?
The Sentry.
Century.
Yeah. So did
I
it
was
say
like, that guy
why?
doesn't even need to work out.
Did he say why he was dropping out?
Because of the strike, it was created a conflict with some other project he was doing.
Oh.
But he said he wants to come back to do something else with Marvel. He's given the chance. So it wasn't like he was like, the script sucks. He was like, I can't do it.
Well, didn't that guy that plays Reacher, didn't he want to be, there was some character that they're trying to get him as, or
He wants to play
he wants,
Batman?
he wants to be Batman, that's right.
Yeah.
Him and almost every other actor.
Which I think he would actually do pretty damn good.
Yeah. I could. He has the right disposition to play Batman, that's for sure.
I just don't think he looks good enough to be Bruce Wayne.
I don't know.
I think Bruce Wayne has to have like that Playboy look, and
Yeah, you
you're
gotta
gonna
have
look at that guy and be
clean
like, "You're
cut.
fucking Batman, aren't you?"
Yeah, that's true. Good point. You could crush me with a stare. You're Batman, right? Yeah, I never thought of that.
Well, I mean, they don't really do too much Batman, anyways. I mean, too much Bruce Wayne.
Yeah. My wife said they wouldn't have to pat a suit.
Right?
No doubt. Well, when he played Hawk on Titans, he looked awesome. He was like, damn, now that's a superhero.
Yeah, and his suit was awful. Like the
Yeah.
design of it was awful, and he still looked cool in that suit.
Yeah. Be interesting to see where, if any of those cast members from Titans pop up anywhere else. I haven't seen any of them anywhere yet. So since we're working on Spawn, what is everybody's favorite Spawn villain?
I've always liked Violator.
Yeah.
And he's always been my
Yeah,
favorite.
you know what? I used to really like Angela, but she went to Marvel in that lawsuit. So
Yeah.
I'm like,
Whoopsie.
yeah.
Yeah.
So it has to come down to like Violator or the one you had told me about the other day, Chad. Was it Redeemer? Is his name now? I think he was
that's actually
anti-Spawn.
that's one of mine.
Yeah, I was going to say I like the Redeemer a lot, and Cygor.
Yeah.
Onslaught's pretty cool too.
Onslaught.
Is that his
I'm not
name?
familiar with that one.
The ball-headed guy with the
Overkill.
yeah, yeah. Okay, my bad. Wrong name.
I was about ready to say. I got a buddy. He loves like a lot of the Spawn stuff I've been doing. He would love to actually see me tackle on Overkill.
Yeah, that's a cool.
Wasn't Overkill a Liefeld creation?
You know, it wouldn't shock me.
I think he was, because I vaguely remember him actually drawing that on the How to Draw Comics the Marvel Way video, like the VHS set.
Yeah.
I think he did.
It could be.
I could be wrong though.
I've got that cassette, but I don't know. I don't know where it's at.
You know, with the way that the way that Overkill is actually stylized, it would not shock me one bit.
I was going to say it kind of looks like a Liefeld character. Yeah. Matthew says, I don't read Spawn much, but I do like the Mandarin Spawn. I do too.
Yeah, Mandarin Spawn was sweet. I like the toy that they came out with for that.
That was nice.
That's pretty awesome. I actually used to have that.
Oh man, I had Angela like when she first came out, like they first released her, and I was when they started coming out, I was still younger, so I opened it up, put it on my shelf, left it, and then like a month later, I read that there was a bunch of oh shit, let me turn on the camera real quick. There was a bunch of mispainted ones, and like some of them didn't have underwear. And they were worth like a lot of money in the package. And I went and checked, and that one I had didn't have underwear. But I had opened it up. So I was like, oh, god damn it.
Yeah, you already knew it didn't have underwear, didn't you?
And she remained sticky ever since.
Allison answered your question. She said Todd and Rob did a team-up video with Stan. They created Overkill and Overkill.
Okay.
Gotcha.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay.
They were sitting there, and that's right, because Stan was being kind of
being
dismissive of them. Yeah. I remember that. Like I said, I've got it somewhere. Matthew says I have 3 different color toy mandarins. You know who else I don't know that he was a villain, but Medieval Spawn. Brendan Peterson did the artwork on that.
That's a fun one to draw.
Yeah.
What's the one that's the crap? What is it called? Spawn? It's Hellspawn.
Oh yeah. That
is my favorite. I love the design of that character.
Oh man, I think for me, one of my favorite variants of Spawn has been Gunslinger. It's just something about that design with instead of the big old cape, he just has a duster coat.
So has anybody actually read Gunslinger?
I
read one of them a long time ago. But of course, it wasn't the first issue that he was in because that one quickly became very expensive.
Right.
I haven't read like some of the newer ones. I know he has a new costume now.
Huh. Yeah, because I was looking. I've got a Batman, the Batman Spawn crossover that they did.
Mm-hmm.
Got that book somewhere. Of course, I couldn't find it. Because Richard and I were talking backstage before, and I was looking for reference. No two Spawn figures have the same armor.
No, they don't.
Yeah.
It was ticking me off the whole time I was looking for reference. It's like,
Yeah, I'm like, what the
okay,
hell?
they have his arm gauntlet thingy on the right side, and you see another image, and it's on the left side. There's some of them that have 2 rows of spikes on his left arm, and then it's all over the damn place. Looks like people just drew what they wanted to draw.
Basically.
Yeah.
Oh, Ronnie, you said about the Batman Spawn.
Yeah.
Able to actually find this, the unplugged version. So it's actually like just the inks itself.
Huh. Now see, I picked that up a couple of months ago. That's relatively new, right?
Yeah, that's the newer one.
Yeah. So I forgot about that one. That one's right over there on the shelf.
Yeah, I have no idea what happened to the first one that I got.
Yeah, I was going through all my trades. I mean, I've got them all here on the shelves, and I was looking at them like, where in the fuck nuggle did I put it?
Nuggle?
I almost said a dirty word.
Jiminy Christmas.
Yeah, Allison, you and an entire generation. She says McFarlane is the reason I got into drawing comics.
Yeah.
Doobie's in the house. What's up, Doobie? He says, same, Allison.
Well, I watched that documentary last night while I was sketching around on this. The how they started Image Comics and shit.
Yeah.
Oh, the founding image.
Yeah.
So I got a question for you. What's your name? Richard. And I might have asked you this before, but my brain can't remember anything. Did you go to Mid-Ohio Con when they had the big tents outside with all the Image guys?
Did not.
And they called it the tent of the Messiahs?
Did not. I was there. When the hell was I? It was probably the show after that.
Yeah.
I was there.
Because McFarlane was there, and he was talking about, hey, Backpage is in house. What's up, Dixie? How we doing? He was talking about, he was trying to convince Marvel he wanted to create a kid for Peter and Mary Jane. He said,
Okay.
why doesn't Peter have a child? And they were all like, oh, no, we can't do that. He was like, why? And that was his complaint at the show, was he was trying to get them to let him do that. And of course now they're doing that 30 something years later.
Oh, we're not going to do this idea. It's stupid. Does the idea a couple of years later.
Yeah, they in that documentary, it always cracks me up when they talk about how they are the ones that broke Batman's back and they are the ones that killed Superman, because they really were. When their books came out, it created such a stir, and they quickly became a no-name publisher and kicked DC Comics off the number 2 spot.
Yeah. And DC was wigging hard about that.
DC was freaking the hell out, so they just started killing their characters off, hoping it would sell more books.
Well, wait, hold on now. We've got to remember, at first, they gave Superman a mullet.
Oh, yeah.
That was going to make the book sell more.
I'm sorry, Rodney. That was a key part in history.
That's right. And mullet look was, memorable. And when that didn't work, they said, you know what? We should kill this son of a bitch.
Yeah, the mullet didn't work. Kill him.
Everybody wants to kill people with mullets anyway. Let's do it. Yeah, that it's so funny because it was such a big deal in Wizard. Every month, they would publish the wheel, the pie.
Yeah.
And I never forget the month that came out where Image was a bigger piece of the pie than DC. You would have thought somebody dropped nukes over Manhattan. It was
the thing I liked was all the hate back and forth from DC, Marvel, and Image, like all the shit that they would actually say in those books and Wizard.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it was just like the rag mag for the 90s. It was great.
But I mean, what I wouldn't give to be like in the bullpen of Homage Studios or, you know, Extreme Studios or whatever.
Yeah,
it'd be amazing.
Oh yeah,
like
I know a couple of guys that were in those bullpens, and they've got some pretty crazy stories.
Like I would. Okay, so I got a question for everybody in here.
Okay.
If it was the 90s, like back in the 90s, which studio would you want to work for?
Ooh, Wildstorm.
Wildstorm wasn't around at that time.
I take that back. Top Cow. I would want to work for Top Cow.
Okay.
Yeah. That's a good
And why would you want to work for Top Cow?
Because the books that they had were more what I was interested in, were more visually appealing, and they came out on a more regular basis, and they seemed to be more consistent. Like they had more editorial ship over them.
Okay. Chuggy?
I probably would still stick with like this Image, because just the idea of me actually creating something that's my own.
Well, you would be with Image. Those studios were all going through Image, but I mean,
yeah, I know, but it's just like I'm trying to kind of think of a couple, but I can't really think of any. I know there's like Top Cow and there's Wildstorm.
And then there was Extreme, which initially it was Homage Studios, and then they changed the name to Extreme.
No, you got that backwards.
What's that?
It was always Extreme. Liefeld had Extreme. Then they had Homage Studios, and then Top Cow came out of Homage Studios.
Oh, okay. Let's see. Some comments. Dixie says, if you remember the Marvel 2 line from the early 2000s, the Spider-Girl comic was Peter and MJ's kid Mayday. He's right. Mullet Soups was fun. Yes.
Mullet Soups.
And Dark Horse. Katie says Dark Horse. Alison, back in the 90s, I would just want my own book with a little I logo. Yes.
Yeah, I would. I think. How about you, Vic? What would you pick?
I think I would have gone with Homage, because they were like one of the only studios that really didn't have like, it wasn't necessarily to have like a house style.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, that's true.
They brought in like G. Scott Campbell and things like that, but all the other studios were doing. If you were with Top Cow, you kind of had to draw like Silvestri. So like when Michael Turner came in, you could, and Finch, they were like almost like clones at that time. They developed their style later.
You're right, and that might make me change my answer, because I mean you had Campbell come out of that, you had Ramos come out of it, you had Travis Charest and all those guys came out. Brett Booth.
Yep. Stephen Platt,
yeah.
Or Splat.
Splat, yeah.
Yeah, I would have
to change my answer.
I would have to pick Top Cow. Well, I don't know. I struggle between Top Cow and McFarlane Productions. McFarlane Productions, I think I probably would have had more fun. Top Cow, I would have learned a lot more technique because Silvestri was all about that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, if it was decided on who was where, yeah, I'd want Top Cow because Silvestri. I think out of all the guys who came out of Image, his artwork is still the best. Like he's grown a lot.
better
Even
than
now.
Jim
Like
Lee?
his Batman and Joker was fantastic.
Better,
Didn't read it.
better than
but-
Jim Lee?
Yeah, Jim Lee.
Yeah,
For me, yeah, because Jim Lee every once in a while, like his artwork gets a little stale and really stiff.
No, I get it. And I agree with that because I've actually been reading John Byrne's X-Men: The Hidden Years on Marvel Unlimited, and I was like, oh, cool, 2 more years of Byrne on X-Men. But you guys know I'm the biggest freaking John Byrne fan there is, and I was looking at it all, and now he patterned a lot of it after Neil Adams's layouts, panel designs, and stuff like that, because it was that time period when Neil was drawing the book. But yeah, it's a lot of this similar poses and stuff, and so I get that.
And plus, I mean, if you look at Silvestri's art, I mean, you know why I like the dude. His style reminds me of Wrightson.
Yeah.
You know, the way he renders his lines and shit. So
Yeah.
just always dug that.
Yeah, I can't argue with that.
Now, if I could pick anybody like to be in an office with, or like anybody to work with from those days, I would have to say Travis Charest. His the way he would he came out with a book of like Wolverine and Zealot.
Yep.
Where they were like fighting Nazis.
I've still got that.
It is like still one of my favorite drawn books. Like just the detail he put in that is
It's insane.
it's incredible.
Yeah, I'm with you. I don't know though. I would probably, if I could pick somebody to be in an office with and work with, I would probably have to say. Now I agree with Charest and I agree with Silvestri, but for me, I would probably have, because my art style is more cartoony, I would have to say Ramos, Humberto Ramos, because I absolutely, as much as everybody else loves everybody else, same way with Ramos. I just devour his pencil work and just love it. So, and he's such a nice guy. What about you, Chucky?
Honestly, if I had to be like working with any of them, I mean, I know Vic, you talked about like some of Jim Lee's a little bit was like all stiff during that time, very stiff. It's just even then back then his work just popped so much compared to a lot of people. I would love to actually like be in there to actually like.
Oh, when he was
actually learn from that during that time, like, but that's just me. I probably would get myself fired for actually not working because I'm too much like watching him actually work.
Yeah.
Oh, trust me, from what I hear of those studios, what they were like, you wouldn't have got fired for anything.
I don't know. My field has been, he's a character.
Well, his rule was always, you can do whatever you want as long as you get your work done.
Yep.
Which, I'm okay with that. I believe me, back in the 90s, I could party with the best of them, and I did.
Back in the 90s.
Yeah, but, also, you're still putting in 14-hour days in the studio. Joe Mad. Yeah, Allison says Joe Mad. Hell yes.
Oh, Joe Mad, that would be. That's a good one.
So I always liked Stephen Platt's work. I loved his work. I loved Finch's work. But in the early days, like, you know, to be a part of McFarlane Productions and get into all the shit that he was getting into around that time.
Yeah.
Like creating the toys and
Oh,
doing all that stuff. Oh my God, that'd be a blast.
You know, and that's the thing too, because I was a kid of the 70s and the early to mid 80s, and I absolutely loved the Mego line of figures. Never liked any of the shit that Marvel did character figure wise. I always hated their figures. I thought they all just blew. But when McFarlane came out with those toys, man, it was
insane.
Such a game changer.
Yeah.
It was just crazy.
Mm-hmm. I just recently actually picked up a couple figures from one of them I picked up. The other one I was actually lucky to actually keep. I think I've actually told you this story before, Rodney. It was one where I actually had to do a remark on the gunslinger spawn figure.
Oh yeah.
And the post office decided to, like, you know what? I know this is actually insured. Let me just screw over UPS by sitting on this package. And the whole thing, it was like a gunslinger spawn designer edition. I was lucky enough to actually find a replacement one for the guy. And I didn't care about the box. I just opened it up and I just kept it.
Yeah. Well, that's the way I was. I'm trying to think if I have any carded figures. I don't think I do, because I opened up my shit and I displayed it. Hey, Armando's in the house. What's up, Armando?
What's up, Armando?
I've only got one carded. Yeah, I've got one carded Spawn figure. Hold on a minute.
While we're talking about Spawn, so earlier today, I put a post out to share artwork.
Yes.
So I figured since we're at the 30-minute mark, I'll do it right now.
Oh, yeah, here.
Let's see.
Actually, it's not a Spawn figure.
Oh, the
Oh,
crow.
nice.
Nice. Crow.
It's my Crow movie Maniacs.
Whoa, look at that.
So this is
Ooh.
Stephen Strange. There you go. This is Mono. I think his name is Monolith.
Yep.
Yeah.
Right?
Nice.
Very cool.
Yeah, that came out really cool.
Yes.
That's a cool one. I really like the way he did his hand over here. Because doing big guys in these kind of poses, it's
hard.
Yeah, it really is.
Yeah, it is.
That's why I usually just have him standing in the background. Let's see what else we had. We had Lee Reese.
Oh, very sweet.
Let's see.
Wow.
Yeah, I seen Lee post this the other day. This looks really sweet.
Yeah, this is really cool.
Oh, so nice.
Love the texturing.
Yeah, I like the way his cape's all tattered and torn.
Yeah,
Right.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
That's a cool one. Let's see. We got and Daryl Murphy sent us a couple.
Oh, nice.
Let's get this one. That one's cool. I like the pose on that one.
Oh yeah.
The downward shot. I like his perspective on it too. It looks really cool.
I was gonna say, yeah, the flow of action and that's really nice.
Yeah. See, he sent a couple.
It's
Let's
actually
see.
really nice.
Yeah. It's got this one.
Sweet.
That one's really cool.
That's a good one.
And one more. We have one more to show from Dale Murphy as well. His gunslinger. It looks like he did a wanted on it, putting like curving the bullet.
Okay, yeah.
it looks like Daryl has got the same disease as our Chucky here. Dude, you're making us look bad. Oh my God.
Slow down, brother.
Right?
I mean, if you want me to slow down, dude, I could always pull up the G nibs and start inking with a nib.
So those were them. Oh, you could let's see, how do we bring this back? There we go. So thank you to everybody that shared their artwork. It's really cool to see.
Absolutely.
Oh yeah.
Good
We
job.
gotta do that. We gotta do that more often. Sharing people's artwork.
No doubt. Dixie brings up a good point here. We're going back to Top Cow. She says, I love Top Cow. Had to sneak Witchblade comics into the house because of my religious folks.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Nice.
I remember getting that issue 1. And what was her name? Sarah? Sarah, was that her name?
She was like an angel, right?
Yeah, it was something like that. I just remember turning the page and seeing her walking down the street in that red tube top dress. And I was just like, holy shit.
Oh, the one that was actually Witchblade, Sarah Pacelli or something
Yeah,
like that.
Pacelli, yeah. Yeah. That was amazing. That's so funny because that's like one of the instances from the 90s as far as comics go that I'll never forget, because I remember exactly where I was. I was sitting in the studio and we had just gotten back from the comic shop, and I opened up that book and I literally said, holy shit.
Yeah.
They were like, what? And I spun around and I held it open and they were like, Jesus Christ, who the hell's that? I'm like, this is Witchblade. And they're like, what the fuck is Witchblade? It's Top Cow's new book. Yeah, that was
I think that's when that first came out. I think that's when I met Turner at Mid Ohio Comic Con.
yeah. You talking about a nice guy.
Oh yeah, he was really nice.
Yeah. Allison, I definitely got looks from teachers when I was reading books like Witchblade. I went to a Catholic school. Well, I've met Dixie's father, so I know what she's talking about. That's crazy. Yeah, I wouldn't have done well in a house like that. I'm too headstrong.
How do you think I feel? My dad's a pastor.
Oh,
But he knows I got no filter, so
Right.
we've had our holy wars. So
not to mention the nuns. Oh, the nuns. So what was okay? I gave one of my oh shit moments from the 90s Image books. What is one of your guys' oh shit moments opening up a book?
Pitt.
Yeah.
Pitt number 1. I went to my sister's ex-husband his comic book store that he owned, called Black Hole Comics, and it was when that book first came out, and I seen it on the shelf, and I was like, holy God. Like, I didn't want to draw anymore after that. And then I could never say the guy's name, his last name, Dale Keown.
Keown, that's how I've always said it, yeah.
Well, I used to say Dale Known. But yeah, his work in that book and the coloring in that book, oh my God, it was amazing.
Who colored his work? Do we remember?
Please hold.
What studio was that? Was that Top? It wasn't Top Cow, was it?
No, that was Straight Image.
Okay.
He didn't want to join any of the studios. Well, this isn't number 1. Of course, I can't find number 1 when I want to find it.
It's always going to be like that, isn't it?
Yeah, usually.
Allison. Catholic schools are great at making one thing in particular: atheists.
Yeah.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Not wrong.
Oh, that's funny.
Haha. Ah, son of a bitch. That's not the one. I'll find it.
That's what she said.
Uh-huh. Oh, here we go, Rodney. What do you think about this? Remember this book?
Oh, man, I do.
Extreme Studios
What is
Tour
that?
93. It's their tour book. They went out on tour in 93. And this is Rob Liefeld, Rob Michaels,
Jim
everybody and the brother is on here.
Yeah.
Dan Fraga.
Yeah. I think I've got that book.
Show and tell time.
Oh, we're going to
The
be.
pages are stuck together.
Wait, go back to the interior front cover. Who's the dude up in the top left? Looks like Steve Perry.
Him?
Yeah.
Forget that guy's name. Hold on, man. Look at Fraga.
Fraga.
And he,
Jesus, it looks like he's in high school.
he looks like a New Kids on the Block.
Oh.
Oh, there he is.
Oh, that's
Norman.
Danny Mickey. Okay, Norm
No.
Ratman.
Yeah, Norman Rappin.
Ratman, yeah,
Ratman.
he's a phenomenal. Yeah, Richard Horry.
Yeah, that's the whole.
Oh, he hell gang.
That's cool.
Yeah, they used to do cool shit like that back then. They would come out with those little things, and I've got I think I have a Pit ash can.
Yeah, I got one of those somewhere out here too.
Lee says my dad is pastor too. He didn't like most of the comics I read in the 90s.
Here's this ash can, but this is the wizard one.
Oh yeah. I've got so much shit I
I gotta find out who the colorist was.
I haven't looked and put that stuff in years.
Would it be Panosian?
Dan Panosian was a pencil. He wasn't a colorist.
I don't know. This says it's actually colored by Dale and Brad Haffey. Whoever the hell that is.
That's the guy from the Extreme book.
Is it?
Yeah, wasn't his last name Happy?
No.
How you spelling it?
Haffey.
Oh, Hafey.
Haffey?
Yeah. Really?
But it says Dale and him coloring it. So I guess
yeah, that was
Dale.
probably because I mean, Doug and we colored Angel Wars. We each
And this
pages and stuff.
this is what I loved that they used to do all the time.
Yeah.
Where people send in their artwork and they'd actually publish it in the book.
Oh yeah, that was a big deal.
I don't know who this is, but they're damn good. Somebody from-
There's probably I've probably seen a lot. I probably know a lot of those people that submitted that artwork. That's cool. Yeah, that brings back a lot of memories.
Oh, the good old days.
All right, so who's oh shit moment with the image book? Who's next?
Any book from the just book from the 90s, or are we doing image?
Yeah, just like the image books, ones that really just kind of forge.
It had, yeah, when Spawn came out.
Yeah.
I remember when it came out, like I was still in high school and I got out and went to go get it. And there's like a double page spread in it. It's like the third and fourth page, I think, if I remember correctly, where he's just, and you had to turn it sideways because the way it was laid out. Oh, that was fantastic. But that was like my first introduction to like computer colors. So for me, I was like, what the hell? Why does this book look so
good,
so crisp and sharp and all the colors and everything? So
yeah. I remember opening up an issue of Spawn, and the first page was him up on a steeple, and it was one word balloon, shit. And I was like, whoa, right on.
Oh man, are you so heavy?
What about you, Chuggy?
Well, that's what I'm trying to find right now, because I actually have like the original Spawn Volume 1, Volume 2s before they started becoming like those giant mega things. I was lucky enough that one of my local comic shop guys actually gave me some of these, the original ones.
Oh, nice.
Oh, nice.
Oh, that's cool.
And yet, I think, if I remember, because to me, it was also the same thing. Like Spawn was my introduction to Image, but I actually found out about Spawn first from the HBO cartoon series.
Oh yeah,
I found out about the comics, and I was able to actually find one of the issues, and it was like the Violator actually transforming. That was like, oh shit moment.
Yeah.
Just seeing the clown actually going from this demonic looking thing. It's like, oh shit.
Well, that's the thing is there were so many oh shit moments. Dixie says Youngblood was passed around in class at middle school. All right, Armando, have a good night, buddy.
Yeah, man.
The Marvel books were just something that was always there, and they were consistent, and that you loved them because you grew up on them.
Mm-hmm.
But very rarely did you get that oh shit moment when you, like Vic, you and I were talking about the other day, when you open up a book and you're like, oh my god, whoa. But you got that.
Every panel was amazing.
Image books. Yeah, I mean, we would go to the comic shop. Go ahead.
That's not completely true, because I remember I'd get like Youngblood came out and I was like, oh wow, this is cool. And then it was like Spawn. I was like, wow, this is amazing. Wildcat Cyberforce. And then Shadowhawk came out and I was like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah. That was
Sorry to anybody that liked Shadowhawk.
Yeah, it was.
I wasn't a fan.
I tried, and I supported it because Jim's a nice guy, but yeah, it wasn't for me.
The one I really liked was Max.
Yep.
Yes.
Max was amazing, just because there's so many mediums that he would use just on one page. I mean, he would have watercolor and acrylic and just straight pencil on one page.
Mm-hmm.
And then you would read it, you would pass it to your buddy and say, okay, read it and tell me what the fuck's going on.
Yeah, it was a little confusing. I actually thought that he was either a major 70s child or he found his parents' stash when he created that character.
Yeah. And it just got to a point where I just didn't read it anymore. I just bought it and just marveled at the artwork. It's like, dang.
That's the thing that I loved about it, was the artwork. I mean, he was kind of like, back then there was a lot of people trying different mediums and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Or not mediums, mediums.
Mediums.
You got David Mack with the Kabuki coming out and stuff like that, you know.
Yeah, he was one of the very few guys, him and Sienkiewicz, that were doing multimedia with cut and paste and pastels and repeated images and stuff like that. That was really Steranko did it with Nick Fury. Howard Chaykin did it with American Flag, but it was more graphic. When Sienkiewicz and David Mack did it, it was more organic, and it was just gorgeous.
It was. And to tell you the truth, I mean, I love David Mack, but his stuff is starting to become a little cookie cutter.
Yeah.
His stuff is starting to all look the same. I still say like the best piece that he's ever done, that I've seen to this day, is a cover he did for my sister's ex-husband's comic book, and it's freaking phenomenal. I mean, it's a voodoo like god. All right, hold on.
Let's see. Dixie says the Wizard and the Bruiser podcast has a great episode on Max. Oh, I have to check that out. Alison, I had a oh shit moment with Marvel when I was flipping through back in issues of X-Men, came across issue 141. I became an immediate fan of John Byrne, and I had to get everything he did. Wow.
Oh, wow.
This is the cover that he did for his book.
Oh, that's cool.
crazy.
It's phenomenal, man, the way he did it. Like even this little skeleton holding the baby up here in the corner. He's got the screaming face, and it says sleepwalking. I dug it.
That's really, really beautiful.
You show that to anybody. Show that to anybody that doesn't read many comic books. They will actually say, "We should make that into a tattoo."
Allison, that was Days of Future Past, wasn't it? 141 and 142. Yeah, that was the two issues that defined a generation of X-Men books.
Yeah, like I loved Jay Lee's stuff back in the day for Hellshock as well.
Yeah,
Hellshock was really cool. The artwork was amazing. And I think we talked about this before, the artwork that Jim Lee did for Deathblow.
Oh my God, yeah.
Yes.
I thought was amazing.
Yeah, because he was mimicking Frank Miller's Sin City.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was intentionally, and it worked, and I was there for it.
And like even the story was actually not bad.
Yeah, it was pretty good. Yeah, it was so funny because I would buy 2-3 copies of the books because one, they were so cheap and you could afford it.
Yeah.
But like I would just devour one copy of it. I would just, I would rip out pages and hang them in the studio, or just, I was totally kidding it, man. In my early 20s, I was like, holy shit, I gotta be surrounded by this stuff. This is amazing.
Yeah, that's what I did to one of Kyle's books that he did for Chaos Comics. It was called The Monsters Movie Matinee.
Oh, yes.
And that whole series, I think it was like 3 volumes. And every one of the books was just page after page of amazing artwork. I mean, he nailed that whole book.
I tell you, speaking of amazing artwork, page after page, I've over the weekend when I was still, taking the time off, I had my head buried in the Art Adams book, the Kickstarter book that I got for Christmas, and oh my God!
Huh? You got a Kickstart? What?
Oh yeah, it's I got 2 for Christmas. I got the Arthur Adams hardbound book, and I got the Tim Vigil's Faust.
Oh, you asshole!
Yes.
I want that book.
Yes, it is. You know what's funny is Tina and Nita were on doing their show a couple weeks ago, and Nita was talking about how awesome that book was, and I'm like, I never got my copy. We ordered it, and she's like, "Oh yeah, man, that book is gorgeous. It's awesome." And Tina's in the background going, "Shut up, Nina. Shut up. I got it for him for Christmas. He doesn't know. Shut up."
Well, no, it was more the fact that she was like, "You really need to check into that.
Oh yeah,
You need to see what happened with the Kickstarter. If you didn't get your copy,
that's bullshit, man.
yeah."
Damn potheads.
Yeah, he's another one that when that book came out, I was just like, oh my God, what the hell am I looking at?
Oh my God, that book was just stopped you in your tracks
Yeah.
because it was full on nudes. Bless you.
Thank you.
Male and female, and from every imaginable angle.
Yep.
But it was just mesmerizing. The line work was just stunning.
Yeah, I was way too young to look at it, but
Yeah, Allison, you might have got expelled for that.
yeah, you would. Yeah, definitely.
Even me, I was like, because you guys, we all took comics to school. I picked it up and I was like, nah. They're going to take it and I'm never going to see it. So, nah, I don't care if they take a copy of the Avengers or the X-Men. I'll just go get another one. It was hard to get a hold of the Faust books.
Yeah, it really was, because when they came out, they just quickly went up to way over cover price.
Yeah. Way back in that was the early to mid 80s indie explosion. God, I was still in high school when that book was being published.
Was it the 80s when it was first published?
Yeah, I think it was 84 or 85.
Oh,
Hang on.
I thought it was like early 90s.
No.
Maybe I'm on crack.
Crack, baby.
That was funny.
Oh, look at that too. This was a cool thing. They so this is a sticker. Okay.
Yeah.
And Dave and Tim both signed it, and they put the sticker in the interior cover, so everybody got, instead of it just being a printed signature, everybody got their actual signatures.
That's the dude that I would love to work with as a writer, Quinn.
David Quinn. Yeah.
Oh, he's twisted fuck.
Let's see if it says original publication dates. It doesn't.
Yeah, just make sure you don't show any.
No, that's why I had it standing up. No, May of 2023 is.
Hold on, I got one of the original books.
Oh yeah, I've got all the originals. I'd have to dig them out of a box. Those are all dedications. Let's see if there's anything in the back. All the covers are reprinted. There's a nice interview on the back. I can't wait to read too. Oh, wait. What's that? I remember that piece of work. Pitchker. No, there's no original dates of publication. Of course, there is this device that I could pick up and ask, and that would tell me. But that would be too easy. When was Faust originally printed?
Look, you Rodney.
Yep, I got all those.
Trying to see what's.
Allison says 1987.
I don't even know what the hell.
86. You sure?
Well, I've got Act 2 here, so I don't know if this is an earlier one or a later one. Huh?
Allison said she dug out her original.
87, debuted in 87.
80,
House Love of the Damned, debuted in
87. Okay. Yeah, well, that was a year after I graduated in 86. So that's about, that's the right period. Because that's when I started going to shows. And I saw him at the Mid-Ohio Con in Chicago Comic-Con.
Hell, mine don't even have a date, but it's the second printing, so
yeah,
it might not have a date on it.
Yeah, remember that was a big thing when, well, I mean, it still was a big thing when you'd get all those books and you'd immediately flip to the front to see is the first printing.
Yeah.
I think the Turtles started that.
Yeah, I love his artwork, man.
I remember being in high school, a friend showed me that book. And I was just like, holy crap, who is this guy? And then, like, I got to a scene where he's cutting off a guy's
Member?
You know.
Yes.
Yeah. And I just remember thinking, like, holy crap. That guy can draw a dick. That looks really good.
Yeah, it was. I just remember because he was first time I met him. I didn't know who he was because he's so quiet and he's very unassuming. And I don't want to say anything disparaging because I just don't. But I remember picking up some pages and looking at him, then looking at him. And all the shit that just goes through your head. And he just looked up at me and very slowly smiled. How you doing? Okay. Mom?
I need an adult.
Yeah. Allison says, issue 8. Bill says, Chad, that looks badass. Danny D says, remember the member? That's what she said.
Yeah, I can't remember if it was Quinn that worked on the Carnage book with Kyle, or
I think it was because I think you were talking to me about it.
Yeah, I think it was Quinn.
Yeah, that's it'll be nice to. I haven't actually looked at that stuff since probably the early 90s, so it'll be cool to like read through it all again.
Yeah, I really wanted to get that book when it was on his Kickstarter, but just didn't have the funds.
The cash.
Because his new stuff that he's doing, his new work, oh my god.
What's he working on? Is it Faust again? Or?
Yeah, it's just like random stuff that he's doing. I don't think it's for any publication or anything. It's just
Yeah, I follow him on Instagram, but I haven't seen anything from him in a while. I'll have to go look.
because that who was it? Richard Friend.
Yeah.
I was watching one of his videos and he was going through like different images that Tim has done. I was like, my gosh, man.
That is somebody who doesn't get enough credit. Chad,
Richard
are you
Friend.
familiar with Richard Friend?
Yeah, he's awesome.
I'm sorry.
Are you? Well, I'll ask you and Vic. Are you guys familiar with Richard Friend?
He sounds familiar.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
sounds familiar. I can't.
He inked Chris Picciallo on Steampunk
Pictures
Cliffhanger,
artwork right now.
and he did some other stuff.
He's inked Kelly Jones. He's inked a bunch of people.
They do some stuff with Vertigo. Just an absolutely phenomenal artist, but just next level inker. Definitely worth checking out.
Yeah, and his artwork he's been posting here lately on Facebook. Phew.
Oh yeah, his stuff is cool.
Yeah,
He's good.
Might as well take a look as well. What's his name again?
Richard Friend.
Friend.
Richard Friend. Here we go. Holy shit!
Yes, exactly. Yeah, DG Comics says Finch inker for a while, I think. Yeah.
I just looked at his spawn on here. Jesus.
Oh wow, Danny says he actually owns quite a lot of his original artwork. Sweet.
And following.
Yes.
Yeah, I did too. Right on.
Definitely watch his videos on YouTube because he goes into like deep dives into different artists and what their style is and how they do their style, and it's really cool.
Oh, wait a minute. Okay, it took me a minute. It took me a minute. Now I'm actually seeing one of his thumbnails. I actually do watch his YouTube videos.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, Danny, I got to ask because Danny says Richard is a super great human being as well. You said you have a lot of his original artwork. Do you have any of his Chris Picciallo pages that he inked?
Thank you for saying that about me, Danny. I really appreciate that. Thank you. The first person that's ever said that.
Well,
kidding.
if we haven't said it, Richard, we all just think you're really swell.
Yeah. Oh, shit.
Oh, you suck.
Yeah, you called me a crack baby.
Hey! I don't know. I have to look. I have some Nightwing pages. Okay. Thank you. I've got one Picciallo page that's inked by Tim Townsend, who is a phenomenal inker in his own right. If you guys aren't familiar with him, which I'm sure you all are.
Mm-hmm.
The quintessential Chris Picciallo, Joe Madureira inker.
Yep.
He inked all of Joe Mad's X-Men books. Don't be doing that shit.
I just look at how much I've done and how much more I have to do.
See, that's like looking at the finish line. Just keep running, brother. It's gonna be all right.
Dude, the other day I was like sketching this out and shit, and literally my head was going fishing. I was sitting there bobbing. Like I'm like, all right, it's time to go to bed.
You bouncing your chin off your chest?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Wow, Vince, that was so cool.
I love it when colors turn the line art off.
Yeah, I'm
You
like,
just
oh,
see the
what?
colors.
What? Oh, okay, I know what he's doing.
Yeah, it's kind of sweet. I think there was a cover that somebody did that was like that. It was
Actually, yeah, I know because I don't know if it's one you're talking about. Creed actually did that.
The band?
No, that was the comic.
I know. I was just making the joke.
no, something a lot better than the band.
Mark says, looks good, guys. I'm going to wash my backside and get ready for bed. I still got to work at 5:30. All right. Well,
Ooh. 5:30. Ah.
thanks for tuning in, Mark. Have a good night, brother.
It's like working at Amazon all over again.
Render shading.
Spot your blacks. It takes up a lot of space.
When in doubt, black it out.
See, Chucky giggled. He knows. Makes you feel like you don't have so much to do because a lot of it's filled in.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
That's what she said. Damn, Chucky, you missed that one.
I know. I've been missing a lot of them here.
I think that's the one thing I liked about Silvestri's work the most is his classical style. You know, he had more of a painter style, I guess. Does that make sense?
But yeah, it was a lot looser, which just makes it look more organic.
Well, he even mentioned it. He never wanted to do comic books.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he wanted to do more of like classical type art. And it shows.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I mean, even in his X-Men days, you'd open those books and see some of those big picturesque desert scenes when they were facing the Marauders and stuff, and it's like, whoa, this is very picturesque looking.
Well, remember that cover that he did of Wolverine where he's tied up on the X?
The giant X, yeah.
Phenomenal, man. I love that cover.
It's an iconic cover.
Yes. I was about to say that. It's iconic.
Oh, I didn't even know that was his.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I mean, the colors alone on it was phenomenal, but the way he rendered the whole scene was... It's like you were looking at a classical painting.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember what issue that was.
I've got that somewhere. I ain't gonna dig through that filing cabinet and look for it right now.
I ain't mad at you.
Look at that little creeper behind Spawn.
Nice.
Oh, that looks cool.
Boogity boo.
Baba Yaga. So, do they still do the countdown clock with him?
Yep.
They do?
Huh? Yeah, they do.
I thought they stopped that.
No,
he had
and
brought it back,
actually,
'cause he did stop for a while.
they talked about it in a video that I just posted sometime today that I found. I guess Todd's wanting to do like a X-Men 251. That's the cover.
There you go. Thank you.
Thank you, Tim. What the hell was I saying? Shit.
They were talking about like the little countdown thing of what's actually supposed to be releasing for issue 350. Something.
Yeah.
I know what you're talking about. I saw your video.
Yeah, on issue 350, I guess he's going to start showing Spawn's costume degrading. And I guess it's going to be changing through all the issues after 350. That's pretty much what I gathered.
Because didn't he make a deal with the Violator or something to get more time back, power back?
It's been a while.
I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I literally have not read a Spawn comic book probably since 2000.
I sold my entire Spawn collection to make the Art Therapy Volume 1 book.
Okay.
And to get my prints started.
I think the last book I got was issue 300, and that was only because like it was a big milestone for them, and to me personally, it was like finding out that Greg Capullo was actually coming back for a short time to actually work on this one. It's like I gotta get this.
Yeah. I even picked that one up,
and I'm glad I did because God, I forgot how good he was when it came to Spawn.
Yeah, I started reading Sam and Twitch when they got their own book, and man, that book is just insane.
I didn't even know there was one. I need to check that out now.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh, hang on, I got something to show you now.
Wasn't that by Ashley Wood? Like, wasn't like kind of painted, or was it just the covers?
Yeah, just the covers. There we go. Books 1 and 2.
Oh wow!
Yeah, they're square bound hardback. Bendis, Angel Medina, and Ashley Wood in book 1, and Bendis, McFarlane, Alex Maleev, and Ashley Wood in book 2. And those are Ashley Wood covers, both of those.
Beautiful covers.
Yeah. This one's cut and paste. Cool.
I was gonna say the one on your left is just more catching my eye.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's more. Yeah, that's painted.
Didn't they say that they were going to come out with a Sam and Twitch TV show at one point? Or
Yeah.
At one point, yeah.
Yeah. I think Kevin Smith was rating it.
Yeah, I'd like to see it because they
just never.
Yeah, I remember Image used to do the casting call on that, and like John Goodman was going to play Sam, and William H. Macy was going to be Twitch.
Ooh, that would like that.
Which would work for me because William H. Macy's great.
And I love Goodman.
Yeah, he's phenomenal too.
All right. Next.
So Vic, I don't know that did you have an oh shit moment with an image book?
Yeah, you
Yeah, I
said
said it was
Spawn,
fun.
right?
Oh, it was Spawn. Okay, that's right. You did say Spawn.
Yeah.
Don't worry, Vic. I was listening.
Shut up! I'll kick your ass. I'll kick your damn head.
You crack baby.
Crack, baby.
I'll never forget that chuckle.
Shit. Sometimes I say shit that was from back then, and I don't even remember what it's from, because we used to say that shit all the time to each other. Easter Bunny did this to you, man? It's fucking dead. Morons.
That's a movie that I absolutely loved when it came out.
Oh my god, that was so funny.
What was the movie?
Mallrats.
Oh,
And it was so much more funny for us because, we were all into comics, so we got all the jokes.
Well, we grew up in a mall.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. DG Comics says sounds like something from Vivid Video. Yeah, I can't remember where that was from. And they were the stars, the image guys were so much more accessible back then.
Yep.
Because I was standing here today at the studio and I was looking at this artwork that I've got hanging up from the New York Comic Con 1990. And I'm like, Scott Williams, Eric Larson, Rob Liefeld, all these guys, autographs and head sketches, Adam Hughes. And I'm like, wow, there's like 6 or 7 of these guys are dead now. But I remember standing there talking to, it was Eric Larson, Rob Liefeld, and Scott Williams all at one table. And nobody knew. That's the thing. Nobody knew who they were because, their pictures weren't everywhere. But I knew who they were.
and now everybody does is got to cost you an arm and a leg.
Yeah.
Yep.
And their handler will move you along. Move along.
Yeah, I think that's why anytime I daydream about a comic book convention, if I could fucking talk, the first one I always daydream about is Mid-Ohio Comic Con.
Yeah, that was
it was amazing. I met every freaking person I ever wanted to meet. And they were just there. You didn't have to deal with long lines. You didn't have to deal with crowds.
Right. Oh yeah, I remember the first time we met John Byrne. Oh my God, you talking about a fanboy moment? It was all 4 of us. Actually, the 3 of us, and we stood there and talked to him for probably 30, 40 minutes.
Yeah,
you can't do that today.
I mean, I went there one year, and I think it was the year that they went over to the Easton Mall in that hotel.
Yeah.
And I mean, they had Bernie Wright's in there, Joe Jusko, Julie Bell. Hell, I even think Boris Vallejo was there.
Yeah, I remember that.
I'm like, my God, dude.
Well, I remember seeing, this was in Chicago. I remember seeing Frazetta And
That'd be awesome.
like go walk in one direction and Viejo walk in the other direction. I'm standing there going,
Got a Homer Simpson moment.
yeah, it was like these are the two biggest fantasy illustrators in the world right now, and they each walk past me going different directions, and I'm standing there with can't form complete sentences. Crazy.
And I think that was the year that I met Don Simpson, and he told me that it was comics were dead. He's like, "Oh, it's official, it's dead," or something like that. I can't remember what he said.
Yeah, it's been official now for about 35 years.
And that was back when you could get a sketch from those guys and not pay anything, really.
Dude, I've got a whole sketchbook full of sketches, and I don't think I paid for a single one.
Right.
Lucky.
Yeah, I mean, they would. Well, this piece here, I paid Larry Stroman $20 to do the Tonk from Alien Legion, and I paid him another $20 to do Jugger and Tomorrow from Alien Legion, and then I paid Linsner $20.
God.
$20 to do that Dawn. You see her right there?
Yes.
Yeah.
$20. That's a full figure. And then I had him do another one of her in a nude on a 9x12, $20. And I sold it on eBay 10 years later for $750. And I still regret it, but I did. But yeah, I mean, Howard Chaykin, Neil Adams, Stan Lee, Rob Liefeld, Boom Boom Head, Mary Jane from Eric Larson, Javier Saltarez, Mark Teixeira, Ghost Rider, Adam Hughes, Blue Beetle, Tim Vigils, female character from Faust. I mean, all of them. It's amazing. I look at it and I just go, I paid $60 that's all the money I spent on that board.
Jesus.
And it's everybody. Ramita Jr., Simonson, Bill Ray, Mike Zeck, Bill Sienkiewicz, Sergio Originez has got a little brew on there. It's just Bill Reinhold, Keith Williams, it's just amazing. And I spent $60 on that artwork. And then 2 years later, Stroman, I bought 2 Alien Legion pages for $20 a piece. And then 2 years later, he was selling his pages for $400 a piece because he was part of the Image Group now. Then.
Yep.
Oh, damn.
DJ says, I am working on my Spawn cover too. Seems like everyone is. Yes, I think everyone.
Yep.
Yep, pretty much.
Everybody is.
It's just a great opportunity right here. You can't go wrong. I mean, he's just a fun character to draw.
Yeah, that's one thing I got to say. There's not any bad character designs really in the Spawn universe. Can anybody think of a bad character design? Just really cool characters all the way around. Now, I wouldn't want to have to draw Angela for 22 pages, but my God, it's a gorgeous character. Of course, doesn't own it anymore, but even Spawn. I mean, it's a lot of shit on that costume.
Yeah, that's a lot, dude. Like, the one thing I hate about Spawn's costume is the spikes. Probably because I suck at drawing them.
One thing one thing that's bugging the crap out of me is usually like the big ass gauntlet and the inconsistency with the boots here. We were just talking about that backstage. I couldn't agree with you more on that.
Yeah.
It's like I look everywhere and there's either McFarlane's original, where the inserts right here were actually red.
Yep.
They went to actually have a completely different look with the giant ass gauntlet. I think that's where a lot of that stuff has been coming up.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and I think half of it is just other artists are like, nah, I don't want to draw that shit. I'm just going to do this.
And I think Capullo started with that gauntlet. I think that started with him.
I knew he had the gauntlet before, but it wasn't like crazy giant like this one. Like the it was when he was actually starting doing it.
Yeah, it's like gauntlet on steroids.
Yes. Although, have you guys actually seen the concept of what's supposed to be coming up for the new costume?
No.
It's a mech.
Oh, I'm out.
Jesus.
No.
It's a what?
I'm not kidding. It's a mech. It's like an Iron Man like suit.
Yeah, no,
No, not interested.
I don't know if it's like this body armor suit is actually for Al Simmons, or it's supposed to be like a whole new series that they're going to be working on. I don't know for sure. I just saw the concept of it, and it's like, are you kidding me? I thought drawing Spawn itself was already
as if it wasn't hard enough.
This complex. I hate drawing armor.
You and me both. Night, Katie. Falling asleep in my office chair.
Night, babe.
Me too. All right, it is 9:38. All right, let's go to a quarter till, and then we can bounce up out of here.
Works for me. Might be done with the inking, and I'll actually start playing some screen tones.
Like
how you like using those?
The screen tones?
Yeah.
It's a bit of a learning curve, but at the same time, I'm used to applying vinyl to where it hasn't been that bad. I just have to remember this is a lot more delicate.
So you're actually using the Zipatone sheets?
Yeah.
Cool.
Let me actually. How'd you go?
That's probably why I decided not to use them yet, because I suck at applying vinyl.
Oh no! Like you can actually lift them up and stuff. But it's like you have to be very careful when it comes to lifting it up, because they will actually tear.
Oh yeah.
If you're not too careful. Like I got some deleter screen times. I still need to get some more. I probably had to go make my trip back down there.
Where'd you get it?
The shop.
How do you do? You know what? I mean,
the one shop you guys told me about that's in Kentucky. I forget what it's called. He actually
Blix.
Oh, Bobby, nostalgic video.
That's it.
Yeah. Okay.
Because I mean that was it. That's actually a lot more cheaper compared to buying a 4-pack from Amazon.
Yeah.
Because like,
and you don't have to pay for shipping.
I'm sorry.
You don't have to pay for shipping. I know. That's why I said it. I was being ironic.
No, but I still have to make my. Still have to pick it up and stuff. But I didn't mind. I mean, I was able to get a couple of them. I need to go back down there.
I used so much dead Zipatone on the Superior 7. Oh my god, it was crazy.
I don't mind actually trying to do a screen tone thing on like Procreate or something like that, but there's just something about having the authentic stuff.
Oh no, I love it. It's time consuming, but I love the whole process.
Oh, I don't mind the time consuming because, like I said, I have vinyl wrap experience, so I know how time consuming it can actually be.
Do you know what duotone is?
Duotone. That sounds familiar.
Byrne used it later on some of the Fantastic Four pages at the end of his run, and I think he used it on Namor and She-Hulk. It's a sheet. It's like a page of Zipatone, and it has the invisible lines. And it comes with 2 different types of ink. And if you apply the ink, one ink, the right-angled diagonal lines will show up.
Oh,
If you use the other ink, the left-angled,
I didn't know that.
it's really cool. But it's the same thing as Zipatone, but it's a blank page, and you can see the lines. It's like invisible, almost like invisible ink. And then
Didn't O'Barr use that on the Crow a lot?
Yeah, I think we were talking about that before.
Yeah, I couldn't remember if it was duotone or zipatone or whatever, something tone.
I know David Mack used it a lot on some of the earlier Kabuki stuff.
The only tone I use is tone loc.
She wants to do the wow thing.
Yo, girl, you must be crazy.
I'm just now looking at some of the comments. My grandpa has Deftones.
Yeah, Alex is right. Eastman and Laird used it on the Turtles. Going the mech route is trying to tap into that manga audience. Next, we will have Spawn, Wafus, and Chibis.
Yeah.
Is Chibi still a thing?
Chibi?
Yeah. We're not like 10 years ago.
Yeah, that was 10 years ago. A few years ago. I have no idea. I know I see it like all the time at Artist Alley.
Yeah.
What the fuck is a chibi?
Giant head, tiny body.
Yeah. Cute,
So like-
cutie version of characters, tiny head, big body. Or
So like a bobblehead?
Kinda.
kind of like a pop, yeah. Tiny body, big head.
Just more creepy.
Whatever.
Yeah. That's what the kids are into these days. All right, folks. It's we got a minute, so I'm going to start talking us out of here. Hey, we had a huge audience tonight, so that is amazing. We want to thank everybody for tuning in. We hope you guys enjoyed us enough to come back next week. Come back and join us. We'll be doing much of the same cast of characters, all just being goofy and making fun of you and us as well. So come on back, check us out. Let's go around the circle and let everybody tell you where they can be found on the socials. Richard, let's start with you, brother.
RLJ3.com and RLJ3 art on the socials. And when we come back next week, I'll probably be inking this son of a
Come
bitch.
on.
It looks pretty sweet.
That looks really cool.
Yes, I love it. All right,
A lot
Chad,
of
what
crap.
about you, buddy?
You can just follow me through most of the socials at Schoettle_arts. Facebook is the Art of Chat Schoettle. And you can just find me like almost through all of these. And you'll more likely be seeing a time-lapse video of this here probably in the next few days.
Nice. That'll work. Sounds good.
Damn multitasker.
All right, Vic. Man, that is gorgeous. Tell everybody where you can be found.
You can find me at Art of Victor Medina on most of the socials. Facebook, just Vic Medina.
Excellent.
Yeah, that looks like a Mortal Kombat stands.
I know.
Right?
Yeah, I'd love that.
We just need the font dramatic finish.
Yep.
Nice.
Finish him.
There we go. There's mine going so far. Rodney Fyke here. You can find me on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitch at Rodney Fyke Art. You can also find me At Hasm.com, that's HAZZUM.com, or you can check out all of our books, as well as RodneyFyke.com, where you can check out all my artwork. You can commission me for work and stuff like that. And also right back here on the Indie Comics Network, twice a week, Tuesdays at 3 o'clock for Fyke It, Let's Draw, and right back here every Thursday at 8 p.m. for Thursday Nite Throwdown. So once again, thank you everybody for joining us this evening. We appreciate the huge audience we had tonight. Please come back next week and we'll do it all over again. For Richard and Chad, Don't Call Me Chucky Schoettle, and Vic Medina, this is the Ficus, Rodney Fyke, saying so long, everybody. Take care of yourselves and each other.